The rest is detail. As a matter of fact, the ultimate goal is rahmah, mercy to the world. That's the ultimate goal. And I see many Muslims missing the ultimate goal. I see many Muslims building without digging the foundation. And I've seen many Muslims, including scholars, when you try to find, they learn everything, they know everything, they read the books, they memorize them, they know the halal and the haram. But you try and fetch for rahmah, lil alameen, you don't find it in them. And so the beginning is the beginning, and the beginning is rahmah, and the rest is the sharia with its 5 main goals: the protection and the preservation of life, of religion, of the mind, of ownership, and of offspring and family. And in order to put the sharia in more detail, I think first item is the supreme being is not the human being. The supreme being is Allah, and the insan is below and under and should be obedient to the supreme being. Al-mulku lillah, wal-milku lillah. Al-mulk is the kingdom, the milk is ownership. The governance and the ownership is ultimately Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the human being created nothing. He cannot claim ownership. It is secondary ownership, since Allah chose the human being to be his vicegerent, his agent on earth, in order to manage the planet upon the owner's manual. And then there is something specific about the human being, different from the other creatures. The other creatures are programmed to respond. Angels do good, they don't know what evil is. Atoms behave in a certain way. Animals behave in a certain way. Specifically, the human being receives what is not programmed to respond. Was given knowledge, the concept of good and evil, a will to choose, and hence responsibility and accountability. And since many people can evade accountability in this world, then there must be a second world where accountability will be done. And then humanity is one family. He created you from a single pair of a man and a woman, and made you into nations and tribes that you might get to know and cherish one another. وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ لِتَعَارَفُوا. Ta'arafu in Arabic is a double meaning word. Ta'arafu means to know each other, and the ta'arafu means تَتَعَامَلُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ, to handle each other with whichever is graceful. And so as one family, the human family should behave. It is not black and white. It is not north and south. It is not we and them. It is the human family. And we should behave as a family. The balance between the individual and society. And I think this is an area where both capitalism and communism went wrong. Communism said of society, subduing the individual. But what is society but the individual multiplied? And the result was a miserable society. Whereas capitalism, the individual, without caring for the society. Sometimes I feel that this country is more sympathetic to the criminal than the victim. Because of individuality, my rights, etc., etc. Of course, Islam produced the delicate balance between the rights of the individual and the rights of society. Nothing is absolute. And this equilibrium is what the world is still waiting for. And don't think that the crumbling of communism is an attestation of fitness to capitalism. It is only a matter of time, because capital wants more and more and more and more and more, and you cannot keep growing in a limited world. The man and the woman, and this was a novelty in humanity, to make man and woman equal, to give them the same rights, to put the same duties on them, to say بعضهم أولياء بعض يأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر. They are from one another. They enjoin good and forbid evil. Of course, the golden period in this respect was gone centuries and centuries ago, but if people want to really know what Islam is, the Quran is there open to people. Finally, I would like to answer the question, what about Quran and the barakah? Barakah. Yes, there is barakah in the Quran. There is barakah when you read it. When you are sick and you read the Quran, if you are real responsive to the Quran, your morale will be raised. Your pains will be alleviated. Your fear will go. Oh, I am sick, why me? Why the others? Don't be selfish. Why accept it for the others and don't accept it for yourself? Oh, but I will die. And who doesn't die? Everybody will die. And the death is not an end, etc., etc. So there is something in the Quran for that. Quran and supplication. The best words to use when you are asking from Allah is His own words that He gave to us in the Quran, and the Quran is replete with models for supplication from Allah. And the Quran is the ultimate companion in this world and in the hereafter. May Allah make us the Quranic nation. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.